Okay, guys, how you doing? This is Caujuan Mayo with Binary Trade Signals, BTS. Today, I'm gonna teach you guys how to trade with no indicators, just pure price action. So let's get started. Okay, you see my indicator here? Take that off. So we're gonna edit studies. I'm gonna remove my indicators. We're gonna go pure price action. Okay, we're currently in the trade right now. As you can see, both of them is in the money. Got a little 2 minutes to go on this one, 7 minutes to go on this one. This one I took for 10 minutes. This one I took for 15. How I got my entries and how I got my lines, as you can see right here, is you see this heartbeat effect where you see the lines continually touch. That's what price action is. And what the price is you're drawing support and resistance. And when you draw these support and resistance lines, you're saying every time it hits support, it's going to go back up towards resistance. Every time it hits the resistance, it's going to go back up towards support. Within this price action, you also see we have a channel right here. And what that is sometimes it'll break, as you see, and then we'll go reverse. So sometimes you can get a price action within the channels, or it can break this channel and go all the way up to the top. So what we'll be looking for is for price to come up here to go for it, to take a put, or for price to come right here. So we will wait when price touch here. Since you already see it's already past this point a couple of times already, I will wait to see a reversal. Once I see a reversal, then I will go in for that trade. If you want to know how long you should go in for, you could just count the candles down and see how long it took to get to that point, and you can see about how long you should go in for a trade. So like for instance, it touched right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minutes should have been good, but I think that's a little risky. I would do 15 minutes or better. And as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's all the way to the bottom. So that's a safe trade to take. 15 minutes at a time. So that lets you know if it touches. So look at right here, we're gonna get ready for a USD JPY for a put. Now, we only got 29 seconds, so I'm going to wait to see if it goes for a reversal. But if it goes past that point, then I'm going to wait to see if it comes up here. So see, it went past that point. So now I'm going to take it up here. It's going to be for 15 minutes, so let's set up for that. So this one's about to close in the money. Should be deep in the money, actually. Yep. Same as that one. And you see, it didn't jump in and out. I think it came back there, retracement one time right here. And then after that, it went straight to the roof. Same thing here. One retracement straight to the roof. Now I'm going to take a price action live and a price action trade, USD JPY. I'm going to set up for it, 15-minute put. Here we go. Got in at the perfect 865. And again, this is what we're looking at. Price came up, it touched. As you see, previously it did the same thing. It came down. It touched, it came down. What you're looking for is at least two confirmations. So once it did it twice, then you know the third one is you can take. After that, sometimes it'll break. As you see it did here, it'll break support or resistance. In this case, it broke resistance, and it hung up here for a while. Sometimes when that can happen, what happens in that case, it'll make a new support and resistance line. So once it breaks, this right here is support, right? Once it breaks support, this actually becomes once it breaks resistance, this resistance. So once it breaks resistance, as you see, sometimes this will actually become support now, and then a new line, let's say like up here, will become resistance. So now this is support and this is resistance. Okay, not to confuse anyone. So we remove that drawing. Let you stick what we got going on. So as you see, price is going down. As you see, price is going down from here. You got a small retracement, but still looking good. So we're gonna ride that down for seven more minutes. In the meantime, we'll do some back testing. You get a feel. When you're drawing your support and resistance lines, it's better to draw them on a 5-minute chart, and you'll get an accurate, as you can see here, you'll get an accurate read on your candles, and you'll be able to make you'll be able to draw your lines. So let me show you how you draw your support resistance lines. What you're looking for is the lowest points. You can go from the wicks, the tip of the wicks, or you can play a little safer and go right above the wicks like this. So this is a safer support. And in order for you to be able to make a support line, it needs to be able to, and it has to have touched at least twice. So here you see it touched once, twice, 3 times. This is a good support line. Okay, then we draw one up here. So we see we got the highest wick right here. We see it touched here, here. So this is a good support line. Or you can come up a little higher, where you see right here at the highest point. So play it safer is about right there. Okay. Okay. So as you see, price came up, it touched, and it's the 5-minute chart. So 5, 10, 15 minutes later, it's a winner. Comes up, touch again. 15 minutes later, we're down here. Then right after we touch down here, we take it again going up, and look, 15 minutes later, we're right here. So we can count. So this is 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades, all winners. 3 winners so far. Then we would have waited, and then it broke. Remember I told you it breaks. This is why you want to wait to see a retracement candle. You don't want to just jump the gun, because if you wait to see a retracement candle, then you won't risk this happening to you and then you being out of a trade. So you wait for the retracement. And now what you want to see if it's going to make a new support or resistance line. So now this was resistance. Now this became support. So up here, this is your new resistance line now. It could be here. It could be here. Okay. This is more, it's right about here. You can play it safe or here. Okay. So you see it only stayed for a little while. Stayed for a little while, came up, it came down. So right after this candle went up, you see the retracement candle. It took it for 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15, you'd have been down here, we're still a winner. Or you could have played it safe and just waited until you have more movement, like you have right here. This is what you want to see. This is a safer bet. Once you see, get 2 confirmations, it comes up once, come down. What's that? Okay, so we won this one. Won this one, and we're still deep in the money for this one. We still got 4 more minutes to go on that one. And that's the one we just took. So looking good. Okay, so like I said, you want to come up. If it comes up once, it tests it a second time, then that's when you want it. That's when you want to take it. When it just touches the first time, you want to kind of wait, make sure it's not going to be just a breakout or a fake out or anything like that. Okay, so nothing. You want to stay away from the candles like this and, you know, a bunch of dojis and things like that, hammers. Stay away from that. Okay, so we came across here. See where we're at right here. Okay, now we're in the uptrend. Now you can draw your price action. You can draw your price lines this way also, going diagonally. You know, not just going straight across. But right here, this is too steep. This is in an uptrend. So I want to, we'll just wait it. Okay. Let me move this. remove the old drawing. Okay, so we're gonna remove old drawings after you remove the drawing. Remove this one. Okay, so let's look for some more. That's too choppy. It's too choppy. See, it's a lot of wicks, not a lot of candles, not a lot of action. You want to, like I said, you want movement. You want movement. See that? Let me see. Okay. Yeah, there, just hop out the money. Let me see. Yeah, looks like we just hopped out the money with 2 minutes to go. So let's see where we at on the charts. Okay, so we're back up here. So price should come back down. So we should still be good for the 2 minutes. You see it just broke. So one of two things can happen. It can make a new support and resistance, or it could come down like it should. It just could have came up a little bit and it could still come down. We still got 2 minutes. So in those 2 minutes, it could still come down past this line right here because it already broke resistance right now. And as you can see, this is the first time it's breaking resistance in a while since way back here, 1030. So it can drop. The next couple candles we want to see blue candles. Now, as you see, at one point in time, this was the highest point, right here. So it can come up to this point. Also, it can come up to this line right here before we see a retracement. See, so this is the retracement that they're looking for right here. So after this line, see how it came right close to the support, to this to the old resistance line. So that resistance line right there, here it is. See, touch. So it can come back down from that point. So it looks like it's gonna make a new resistance line. This is why you want to. I'm gonna erase this and show you. This is why if it touches more than 3 times, you gotta be careful. So after they touch once, twice, 3 times, you take this trade, 15 minutes, and then that's it. We went too long, just a little bit too long, so that's why we got caught out there. That's why you see the first one we did one. The first one we did one, but then the second one lost because we went a little bit long. We went longer on that one. Okay, so this one decided to go right there, come a little higher. It can get all the way up to this point right here. This was the highest. So it can get up to this point right here. About right there. So we're still in price action. So you see the first one we won. And then what happened is it broke resistance and made a new support line. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a put for the USD JPY for 15 minutes. When it touches that line, we're gonna wait to make sure that it's actually retracing. Could it still come up a little bit higher right here? You see this was the highest point it came up to. So we're going to wait, but we see a blue candle, we're going to jump right in after it touches that line. See, it got pretty close. So I'm going to actually jump in. Reason why, I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, right here. I just played it safe and made the resistance line a little high, but you see I could have came down lower to where this wick was, and that would have actually triggered it. As you see, we got it touched here, 1, 2, and 3 right here. So looking at this, I knew off top that this was a good signal, and this was going to be a trade that was going to reverse and go in the opposite direction. So even though it didn't come up to where I originally drew my resistance line, I didn't pay that no mind. I still got in because that was just a safety resistance line. But as you can see right here, that was still well in the money to be a good resistance line draw. So this is what you got to play with. And this is the things that you see, like right here. This could have been a resistance line that you could have drew, or you could have drew it a little bit higher up here where you see it has the long wick. So it's a judgment call. But if you see that you draw you happen to draw the resistance line just a little bit too high, and then you start seeing the reversal like you just saw, then just go in on that trade, because it's you're going to miss out, and you're only missing it because you just missed your strike point by a couple of inches. So that's not worth missing a good trade for. That could be in the money. All right, so we still got 9 minutes for this. Now price can do one or two things. This is what we're looking for now. Price can, we're gonna remove this one, move this one. Price can do one or two things. It can go below this and come all the way back down to the original support line, or this could be our new support line now, and price can can start jumping up up and down off of these support resistance lines right here. So we're gonna see right now if this is going to make a new support, or if this is going to be support, or if it's going to continue to go down. See what our 5-minute chart say. I'll remove this one so it doesn't confuse anyone. Remove this drawing. Okay. So yeah, even if you look on our 15-minute chart, our 5-minute chart, you can see that everything's looking good, and this is looking good. It's just coming straight down. We'll take this one off so it doesn't confuse. So from our 15-minute standpoint, it should be going down for at least another 15 minutes because it's right here. Prices, it touched, start making its way down. Oh, excuse me, on the 5-minute. This is the 5-minute. This is the 15-minute, which gives an even more accurate look at where things is going and where they're at. You can also have a support down here, you see. This is just a safer one, that's all. So even if price comes back up here and touch, it shouldn't go past this point. And this was the highest, as you see, for the 15 minutes where this blue candle was at. Sometimes you get a little retracement, so it might retrace, come back up, touch again, and then work its way down from that point. Or it could just it could be just this little retracement that you see here, and that might be enough, and it can come down from there. The closer you get in at your resistance line or your support line, the better you're going to be. If you get in above your resistance line, then that's even better. If you get in below it, your support line, then that's even better. It gets a little more risky when prices already start making its way and you get in late. You get in up here, or you get in, down here. It gets a little risky. See, actually, that just speaking of which, see, we got in late. We got in around here, so we're struggling a little bit. Would have got in right here when it touched, then we wouldn't be. We'd be fine. But we're still good. We should be going down. Okay, we got 9 minutes. Still lots of time. So let's recap. So like I said, remember when, and in these type of situations where you see that you have a support resistance line, then all of a sudden price comes up halfway, breaks, come back up halfway again, breaks. Well, at that point, you make a new resistance line and that becomes a channel. Okay. So you have many places to put it. This right here looks to be the most accurate right here. Okay, because we touched right here, tip right here. We can come down just a little bit more with a tip touch, but pretty much this is a good channel right here, as you can see. And then we finally broke that channel right here, and that's what we're dealing with now. Now it's ranging out. Now it could have made a whole new channel right here, as you see. It's a possibility. So if it comes back down here and it doesn't break, then yeah, this is a new channel. And then you start playing off of these channels and taking your trades off of those. Wait for a retracement. 1 or 2 candles. It's a good confirmation as going opposite direction, and then go in. Just make sure you don't get in too late and prices have already dropped. Like right now, we got in late, so we're right at the tip, but we really shouldn't be that close. This shouldn't be that close to the trade. We should have gotten up here somewhere, and this trade wouldn't be so close. We'd be, you know, nice right now. We'd be up here somewhere, you know, instead of being so close. Okay. Still looking good for a drop, because even if this is the channel, at the least it should come back to right here, and so, yeah, so that should be good. And then if it goes past that point, which is even better, then that means it could be coming down to about right here to the old support line. So we'll see right now. We'll see if it's going to be in a channel, you know, and just keep bouncing off of this support line, or if it's going to pass the support line and go back to the original old resistance line that became a support line once it broke right here. Okay, so that's what we want to see. It looked like it's going to break. Price is now ranging. As you see where you think where everything looks flat and everything looks pretty even, going straight across. That's a sign that the price is ranging. So right now, price is ranging. You see, it's not a lot of movement. It's not like it was with the heartbeat. And these are the kind of things where this is where you kind of stay away from it. So after this trade, you know, we'll be done with this pair, because unless it gets back into a up and down, you know, heartbeat type pattern. But we don't want to. This is too risky. where it's just up and down right away, every single candle. You know, one candle's blue, one candle's green, one candle's blue, one candle's green. You know, that's too unpredictable, too risky, because at any time it could take off like it just did. It should come back down because this was the old, this is resistance. So it should come down now. You should see how much time we got in this next candle. It should be a blue candle. It may go up a little further only because you see right here, we got a wick here and a wick there. So it could get to these 2 points, but more than likely it's going to be a blue candle. It's going to start coming down. It may go up for a minute, make a wick, and then retrace and come down. So there's the blue candle that we was looking for. Again, had the strike rate we should have had, which would have been right here, we'd be in the money right now instead of struggling trying to get back in the money. Right now, we should be well in the money right now. We shouldn't have to come way down here to be in the money. So we have a terrible strike rate. But even with that terrible strike rate, I'm optimistic that this is going to still come down further, at least to this point right here by the time it closes. Just look how deep just how much deeper you'd be in the trade if you'd have got in at one of these strike rates. You'd have been up here somewhere, well in the money. So this is why strike rates is very, very important. This is why waiting is important, not rushing, not just jumping in because you see it's going in the opposite direction that you need to go in. That's only part of the equation. The other part is you need to always be aware, you know, and having and getting in at the best strike rate possible, you know, because price is going to fluctuate. Even if it does go back in that direction that you're predicting it's going to go in, it's going to have retracements. It's going to fluctuate. It's going to go up and down. And when it does do that, you want to still be in the money. You don't want it to go up so much that you're out the money. Like right now, if you would have noticed that we would have got in right here, even through all this fluctuation, we would have still been in the money. These would all been in the money. This would have been the closest we came to being out the money. And I think this is still in the money. Was it 9080, 908? Yeah, so this would just tied. Okay, you would have been out the money for a split second. 9090 right here was the highest point. And then after that, everything was just in the money, in the money. Okay, instead of how it is now where we're out the money. Now we're still got 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes time, this should touch here again. So that would be 1 minute, then 2 minutes, 3, 4. So yeah, I'm very happy where it's at right now, because if it does happen to come back up here, we still have more than enough time to get back down before price closes. But we're definitely in a channel right here, as you see, and we can even change this line and bring it up a little bit. Let me see, bring it up to a little bit, right about there. No, where it's at is fine. It's more accurate. It's an accurate read, because I know this price is going to come down below these two within the next two candles. The next two blue candles is going to pass this point. So you want to give yourself the best chance possible, and doing that, you don't give yourself too high of a support line. As you see, this time it should break it. You probably see it go up, and then it'll come down, and it'll form a small wick, and then break this point. If it doesn't break it on this candle, it'll definitely break it on the next blue candle, because it's already touched. Usually it gets risky after it touch more than 3 times. So you see it touched here once, twice, 3. That was already the last time that you should have trusted. So once it touches again, then it becomes a little more risky because it can break, and it can break support and make a new support line, or it can break your resistance line and break a new resistance line if this was the 4th time it was coming up. So as you see, 1, 2. So when it comes up this 3rd time, you would come down for a put. But when it goes back up on that 4th time, that's the one that you would leave alone. So if you're ever wondering, how not to override a trend or ride a trade, then that's the way, after it touches your area more than 3 times, then the 4th, 5th, and 6th time is risky. Doesn't mean it won't win, but it's very risky. All right, so how much time we got in this trade? We got 2 minutes. All right, looking good. Again, we came in at a bad strike rate, but you can still see it's holding up. With the guy in right here, this whole trade would have been in the money with the exception of this one time right here, instead of it being a nail biter. There goes the drop I was looking for. Remember I told you the next blue candle should break support. So that's what we was looking for. From this point, it actually should look good for us. The next blue candle should go even deeper in the money, and these bring us down to about right here. So we got 1:56 and dropping, so that's a good thing. I don't see this being the green candle. I see this being a blue candle, and if not, definitely the next one. So we should be good. I think price will close around somewhere around here, which is 118.875. So I think it'll close around somewhere around there or better, which is good for us. So let's see. We got 1:25 in this trade. You guys already seen the other ones I took before those. Those all won using price action. We only lost 1 trade, as you see. We lost that last one. I keep everything honest and open, so you can see 100% transparent. Here we go. This is the drop I was talking about that we was looking for. So perfect. I told you, you're probably coming down to this line, at least the 118, and hopefully right here we'll close out. I told you that when we first started this trade, right? So everything's looking good. Price is probably gonna start to come back up, but we should still be all right by the time it does, because it's already broke both support lines now. So remember I told you, if it breaks this support line, it's going to do one of 2 things. It's going to either come all the way closer towards the here, down this way, or it's going to start going back up because this was the new support line. Either way, this should be a winning trade for us. 18 seconds to go. Looking good. All right. Look at that. That's the retracement because it touched. But that, without worried about it, this is a winning trade for us. Perfect. Balance just went up. So, and there it is, guys. Just that simple. That's price action. You just seen it. That's how you trade with no indicators. That's how you trade with no bells, no whistles, just you looking at price, looking at the candles and following it and watching what it did times prior. Again, quick recap. You want to make your support resistance lines with the 5-minute chart. You can confirm with the 15. Okay. You want extra confirmation, you can even look at the 30. Okay. And between those 3, you should know pretty much what price is doing. You can even look at the hour charts, and get a real accurate read. And then after that, go back to a 5-minute chart or the 1-minute chart and place your trades. And as they're bouncing on and off support resistance, just take your trades as you see fit. All right. Thank you for trading with us again. This is Caujuan Mayo, Binary Trade Signals. See you on the other side. BTS out.